Welcome to another episode of Yesterday in Bangladesh, a show where we take a look at some of the headlines from yesterday to remind you how unbelievably cooked this country is. Students are our future, so what are they up to? Dhaka University of Engineering and Technology or DUET saw violent clashes between groups after a new VC was appointed. At least 20 students and police were injured in the clashes. After Professor Dr. Iqbal was appointed, students started protesting, which later turned violent after outsiders entered the campus. Violence is already our national hobby, so it's actually very heartwarming to see our students getting practical field training before graduation. The next news is about the Mullah civil war. Hepazate Islam is pressuring four Islamic parties to leave the coalition with Jamaat Islam. Two of the biggest Islamic parties in Bangladesh fell out after failing to come to an agreement on sharing seats in the previous election. The only thing stronger than their faith is their addiction to political power. Now some news about violent crimes. Police have recovered a beheaded body in 7 pieces from the basement of a house in Mugda's Manda area in Dhaka. Cops have told the media that the victim was killed at least 6 days ago and they could not identify the victim through fingerprint analysis. The body was then chopped into pieces, wrapped in polythene and abandoned in the building's basement. Our own Bay Harbor butcher can't even afford a boat yet, so he's using a basement in Mugda like a startup entrepreneur. As an unmarried 30-year-old man, I get told to get married all the time. So what are married people up to? Cops have recovered the dead body of a 4 months pregnant woman in Shatkhira. Victim Taslima Khatun's husband Saddam Hussein has been missing since the incident. What led to this violent tragedy? A goat. Yes, I'm not making this up. Taslima Khatun brought a goat from her father's house, which her husband sold without telling her. Neighbors told the media that this led to her husband beating her, which ultimately led to her death. Marriage in Bangladesh is so beautiful. One minute you're sharing wedding photos on Facebook, next minute CID is interviewing your neighbors about livestock related homicide. I am never getting married, man. Fuck marriage. And that was yesterday in Bangladesh, the only country where university politics looks like a low budget civil war, religious parties fight like divorced parents over election seats, serial killers are working within a tight budget, and a goat can apparently destroy an entire marriage. If you enjoyed today's psychological damage, like, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah, and come back tomorrow because somehow the headlines always get worse. Goodbye.